All right.
All right, we live, bro.
All right, let's get after it then.
Sixers lose two straight. What was the final score, bro? I don't even know what the final score was. 114 to 102. Sixers drop game 3 after stealing game 1. They lose 2 straight. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was hot the whole game. I was pissed. I was angry from the refs to James Harden to Max. I mean, everybody on our entire roster sucked tonight except for Joel Embiid and PJ Tucker. Like no one else in this series has been good.
Wait, did you say Melton?
Because
De'Anthony Melton was good.
Yeah, Melton was okay tonight. He was 4-7 for 3. But I mean, even he made just boneheaded plays. But overall, Melton was solid. He did what he had to do. 30 minutes, gave us 14 points, 4 threes, 8 boards, 4 steals. Like Melton was solid. Tyrese Maxey has sucked the entire series. Game 1, he made a couple plays, but he wasn't good in game 1, particularly for his standard. And then you got Fat Harden, bro. Like, I'm tired of it, man. Like, dude, like, yo, and it's funny because I was looking at him before the game, and I'm watching the game with Kayla, and we're both like, yo, he looks like he's fat, man. Like, he's so fat, and he's 33 years old, and he looks like he's 40, and he plays like he's 40. Like, PJ Tucker is in better shape at 38 than James Harden is at 33. He can't even play in a off a 1 day off. He can't hoop. He can't jump. He can't shoot. He can't get to the lane. It's like unbelievable, bro. And it's nothing new, bro. It is what it is. I don't even know why we got our hopes up because this series is over. It's over. We said it. They had to take care of business, and they had to win 2 straight in Philly. You know, they took care of business. They did what they had to do. Game 1, they stole one. They really should have lost that game, but Harden went crazy. And Boston really, kind of took their foot off the gas. But it was like, who cares? If they, Boston gave us one, we'll take it. We just got to go home and take care of business. And it's a shame that Joel Embiid every year, like you said, has a big injury and comes back. He's playing on one knee.
Yo, if you're in here, leave a comment. Let us know you're in here.
It's like, bro.
No, I'm gonna let you go. I got a lot to say, but I want you to get it out of your system first.
It's like, bro, like my man he's playing on one knee. He's playing on one freaking knee, and he's out hustling and playing better than all of his teammates every year. Yo, James Harden was worse than Ben Simmons ever was tonight. Ben Simmons never had a game as bad as James Harden had tonight. Why? Because at least Ben Simmons was holding Trae Young for 8 to 27 from the field. Like, Ben Simmons was killing us on offense, but at least he was playing good defense on Trae Young. Ben Simmons has never had a game as bad as James Harden had tonight. Turnovers. He doesn't play defense. His off-ball defense is the worst in the league. And then he's passing up layups. He's getting into the lane and kicking it. Like, it's like, yo, he wasn't even looking at the rim. How do you go from dropping 45 to not looking at the rim? I don't know, bro. I don't know. The series is over, but in my opinion, they're cooked. I don't know where we go from here because Harden, he's not built for it. He's not built for the spotlight at this point in his career. And you could tell tonight, man, he didn't want no parts. He didn't want no parts from the rip. And it's like, he's going to leave. He knows his best chance. His best chance would be staying here. The Sixers finding a better role player than Jalen McDaniels developing a jump shot, because I think the athleticism and stuff is there, but he can't shoot, and he's not he's really not ready for it. You can tell he's hesitant every time he touches.
He only attempted 2 shots.
Yeah, he's hesitant every time he touches the rock. So you got that, and then you got to find somebody that's more reliable than PJ Tucker. You know, so you don't have to rely so much on PJ Tucker. And Harden's best chance, obviously, would be staying here, but I don't think he's built for it, bro.
Yeah.
He's not built for it. And he's fat and he's 33. It's like, you don't take care of your body, you can't hang in the playoffs. Anyways, don't matter. What's going to happen? You can't hang in the second round. What you going to do in the Eastern Conference Finals? And then in the NBA Finals? Like, these cats, man, oh my gosh, bro. I'm gonna let you go. I'm done, man. I'm done. It's a shame that we got here. It's whatever. I'm done.
Where do I start, man? Like, where do I start? I'm not even like, I'm mad. I'm not as mad as I probably would be. Let me be honest right here. I turned the game off in the second quarter, and I didn't turn it back on until like halfway in the third.
Yeah, you texted me.
Because I'm not going to watch a bad product. And that's not just like, when a team's losing, that's a bad product, because that's not what I'm saying at all. Like, obviously every team's going to win, every team's going to lose. But I can't watch just like people play basketball that, 1, have no IQ, 2, have no heart, and 3, just don't know what they're doing. Like, I can't watch that. I can't watch like Harden go to the basket. And he pulled multiple Ben Simmons plays in the same game. In that third quarter, he had like 2 plays where like the rim's here and he gets there, and then just you got Melton, who's a bonehead. Tyrese Maxey is a bonehead.
Yeah.
Now, I try to cut him some slack because he's young, but at some point he has to learn how to play basketball. Like, he can't just only think, oh, I gotta score. Like, he has to learn something else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, his ceiling is gonna be capped. Like, he still has a lot of potential, has a lot of room to grow. He's only 22, but it's like next year he needs to have a new skill other than knowing how to be a 3-level scorer.
Yeah.
Because like, he's 6'2", like, and he's 6'1". Yeah, he has to be. He might be that tall. He might be 5'11". He's 5'11", and he doesn't have any kind of playmaking skills, like, whatsoever.
It's unbelievable. And it's like, score differently. Like, he's getting by guys, and he's trying to go up for layups on dudes that are 6'11". It's like, bro, use the floater.
His floater's been working for the last 2 years, and he doesn't even attempt it.
Literally, him and
Harden doesn't even attempt floaters anymore.
Him and Harden, it's like, yo, y'all are getting in the paint. Especially Harden, you can't jump because you're fat and you don't work out.
I'm gonna get the Harden. I'm starting small. I'm gonna save Harden for last.
It's like,
save him for last, man.
It's crazy, bro.
So who's next, man? Who's next? Tobias Harris, 7 points. Had 5 fouls. We still played 25 minutes. You can find a way to get more than 7 points in 25 minutes. But that was his first. I guess that was his first bad game in the playoffs. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna be too hard on him for that. Tucker scored. Doesn't really make a difference in the game. Like, I feel like that's what we've been trying to say all year. It doesn't make a difference whether he scores or not, because like, that's not his role.
Yeah.
The bench was the bench. Paul Reed barely even recorded a stat. But I mean, it wasn't. He's only -4, so it's not like he, let the game blow open.
Yeah.
But let's go to Doc Rivers next. Doc Rivers, he still gets 15% of the blame. Every game that we lose, he gets at least 15% of the blame. And the reason for this is because he doesn't develop his players. Like, half the games that we lose is because of the roster construction, because of the personnel. And like, we let go of guys like Charles Bassey, we let go of guys like, and Like we don't develop guys like Jaden Springer. Like,
Literally.
why is Niang playing it? Why is Niang playing? We have 7 guys on a team that can shoot, and
You
all of
got
them play better defense than him.
freaking hate this team, bro. I hate it's like you got Jalen McDaniels who's afraid to shoot the basketball. He's athletic, but he's not like a consistent defensive player yet. Like he's a good wing, like he's a solid wing, like he can be a solid role player. But one, he hasn't had enough, like, he was just a mid-season trade for us. So, he's got to
Yeah, I don't
get
think he gets enough
comfortable and
run.
all that stuff. But I think what the Sixers lack, and like even though we were the best 3-point shooting team in the NBA this year, like as far as percentage, what we lack is athletic wings that can shoot the three. Like George Niang in the postseason is not cutting it. Jalen McDaniels in the postseason against a team like Boston and Milwaukee, it's not cutting it when they can just, especially when you have to have McDaniels out there with PJ Tucker and freaking like Paul Reed. Like the floor is shrinking too much. Like, and those guys aren't ready to catch and shoot like so easily. And then when you have Harden not being as aggressive as he is, you have to have Niang out there because you need somebody to shoot. But then it's like Niang's getting cooked on defense, which is why you need a guy like an Isaiah Joe, someone that he didn't want to develop, which is why you need we need like another Melton type of player. But it's just a shame. I feel like everybody let Embiid down today.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Yo, Rocco.
Man. But go ahead.
Yo, let me address Rocco, man. Like,
yeah.
Listen, that Mikal Bridges trade, you won't find the only person that covers the Sixers that may be more sickened than that trade than me is Devon Gibbons, and that's because that's his cousin. Like I know Mikal Bridges. Like I almost wanted to cry when he got traded.
Yeah.
Like that's my younger brother, and I was working. Like that day, that draft night, I was at work. I had a night shift. I was working, and my boss was like, "Yo, man, the Sixers drafted Mikal Bridges." And I was like, "Yeah, man, dapped him up. Like, yo, man, that's my boy, bro. Like, I'm telling you, we're gonna win a championship, man. Like, he's really the missing piece, a 3-and-D wing. Like, you see what he's doing in Brooklyn. Like, I didn't think he's gonna be scoring like 25 points a game or nothing like that. But like, I knew he could be on our team, score just as much as Tobias Harris, but played 3 times better defense, be a way better system player.
Yeah.
And then I get in the car, text Javine and Eddie, "Yo, man, we got Bridges." And they're like, "Nah, man, you must not have heard the news." But we'll make a video on that later.
Yeah. What's his I just my comments.
I knew we weren't leaving Philly up 3-1, but I already expected to lose. Yeah, I feel like it's over too, bro, Caruso.
Yeah, losing game 3, man. I was trying to pull up the comment, but I guess it just like
losing game 3, man.
Comment, but there we go. What did he say?
Yeah,
I knew
man,
we weren't leaving Philly up 3-1. Yeah, I mean,
you win game 3, you get like a 73% chance of winning.
Yeah, that I sent that in the chat. The winner of game 3 in the best of 7 series, when the series is tied 1-1, wins the series 73% of the time. Like game 3 this was the one we needed, man. We stole game 1. And B came back game 2, got the rust off, which I thought was great. We needed Embiid to get the rust off. He came back tonight and was great on both ends of the floor. I thought Embiid was great. And to drop game 3, man, after the MVP ceremony, oh my gosh, how do you watch that and lay an egg.
You have all the hype, all the momentum in the world, man. Your spirit
fans-
should be high. Like, yeah,
Yo,
this team sucks, man. This team really sucks.
There was multiple. I just put down a few. It was like multiple points in the game, right? Like we're down 4 in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes left. They kick it to Grant Williams, open 3, brick. Maxey, the rebound's right there. Maxey gets out hustled again, just after Maxey bricked the corner 3, and then B got the offensive rebound, 2 points. Like he's been bricking all game. The least you could do is go grab the rebound.
Dude, it slipped right out of his small hands.
He doesn't grab the rebound. Boom, Tucker 3. I mean, not Tucker. Horford 3 hits his 6 threes he had tonight.
Yeah, I think he did.
It's like, come on, man. Like, we can't have stuff like that, bro. Like, we can't have that. And I agree, Crew. I think it's over. I said if they don't win game 3, it's over. I don't care what they do in game 4. I don't see them winning because you got to think they would. I don't know. I don't believe in any of these cats. I don't think they'll win another game. I think it's Celtics in 5. I'm not going to hold you. I don't believe in this team at all. Maxey hasn't had a good game against the Celtics in his entire career. And the thing that gave me hope was like, all right, they figured out how to win without Embiid against Brooklyn, even though Brooklyn's they're not even a playing team in a full season. Not even a playing team. But I was like, you know what? It's a playoff environment. Maxey was cooking against Brooklyn. They figured it out how to play while Embiid's getting triple teamed. I'm going to give my guys the benefit of the doubt. I'll give Maxey the benefit of the doubt and say he's going to figure it out against Boston. He goes 10-24 game 1. I'm like, not good, not really efficient, but, we got the job done. Looked terrible game 2, looked terrible tonight. He just don't got it against Boston. And this team is
not at all.
I don't think they'll win another game. I don't think they'll win another game in this series. Because all they have is Embiid. And Harden's fat. He can't play. They play on Sunday. Harden needs a week. They play on Sunday. We need 2 days in between these games just like everybody else. We not getting that though. So I don't think they win another game. And I think Harden's probably gone in the offseason. Especially with the way that it's going to end like this. You playing Philly, you lay egg like this in the playoffs. We're not letting that ride, especially not for no old head that's out of shape and fat. Nah, we're not letting that ride, bro. No way.
Well, I mean, I'd rather watch a 60-loss team too. I mean, I did. During the process, I watched all the games during the process.
I was there.
Because, like, I can watch a team go 17 and 65 if I know what the objective is. If I know, like, all right, well, we're going to be bad, develop the talent, acquire assets, and be better in the future, I can watch that. I don't have any problem. The Phillies I couldn't watch because, I don't know what they were doing. The Flyers I can't watch because, like, who knows what the Flyers are trying to do. But at least the Sixers had a plan, so that's watchable.
You know what I will say, though?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I wouldn't ever trade Embiid unless he requested a trade. And here's why. Look at the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, the Bucks won that championship. They haven't even been close since then. Like, when you have a player that's that great, sometimes, like, the chips might, like, imagine if we were 5 seed, we'd be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes stuff happens. Yeah. Like, the Heat might go to the Eastern Conference Finals as the 8 seed, and all they got is Jimmy Butler. Like, sometimes in the playoffs, like, goofy stuff happens to where
they might beat the Celtics.
Who? Yeah. So it's like, even if you don't, you got to the Eastern Conference Finals just by having a superstar. So if I was the Sixers, I would honestly, as much as I hate Harden, the Sixers don't have any other choice. Like, there's no, we let Harden walk and we use this cap. Like, no, the Sixers are already $60 million over the cap space. If they let Harden walk, we're going to be $30 million over the cap space. So we're not going to be able to sign anyone. So it's either we re-sign Harden or we lose him. I'm in the camp of I'd rather re-sign him, even though I hate him. I don't hate Harden, but even though he pissed me off in his playoffs, it's like it's not going to get any better. Like there's nothing the Sixers can do. There's no sign and trade. Like a sign and trade, if he leaves, I mean, that would be, all right, we get just like with the Jimmy Butler thing, we got Josh Richardson. Like it was just like a throw-in, like just to make the cap work. Like there's no such thing as, sign and trade to Harden to Houston and we get Jalen Green and 2 picks. Like, no, like they could just sign him outright, just like Miami could have did it. So the Sixers either re-sign Harden or he walks. I'd rather re-sign him and just pray that we got 2 years, we got Harden, we got Maxey and B. Hey, I hope it works out. Maybe we trade Tobias and get 2 pieces and fire Doc. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if you fired Doc.
I don't know if. Well, that's one thing I do know. I know that part, but like one, I don't know if I want to re-sign Harden or not because like this is 2 straight years of like fat slobbery, and like I don't know how much like I want to put up with that. Jimmy Butler, like I don't think it's the same as Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler was like 28 or 29, like when we let him go, and Harden is going to be 34 next season. So, and he's getting worse and worse and fatter. So it's like I don't. Maybe we resign him. Maybe we don't.
That's the only reason why I say Harden because there's no other alternative. Like there's no we let Harden walk and we sign someone or we trade someone. We don't have assets. We don't have cap space. There's like if we lose Harden, it's like we're just going to be a 5-6 seed or 4 seed.
Yeah, I mean you might have to give up. I mean you might have to give up a year though because. I mean, Harris's contract is going to be over, in 2024 anyway, and then you'll be under the cap because you lose Harden and Harris, you're losing $80 million worth of like salary and stuff like that. So,
right. But
you'll
Maxey
be able to do after that.
Paid.
But
I think Maxey has to be paid next summer. I don't know if he gets paid before.
Yeah, I think you can sign somebody before you can like do the extension though.
Yeah,
as long as he's not a free agent this year.
I don't remember what.
All right, Jimmy being a killer. Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up too. Like a key difference between the Sixers and the Celtics is that one, their players know how to play basketball and ours don't, but also like they believe that they're better at basketball than us. Like Boston just beats us because of that. It's not even like they're like some mythical talent or like
some because they are.
Crazy players. They're just better at basketball and they understand that they are. They're like, yo, we're gonna beat this team because they just don't know how to do anything. And like we're gonna go out there and execute and win.
It's always their role players. Mm-hmm. Guess who had a game high tonight? Joel Embiid. Embiid had 30 on 19 shots. Jason Tatum had 27 on 20 shots. Al Horford had 17. Marcus Smart had 15. Malcolm Brogdon had 15 off the bench. Like, that's why they win, because they're role players. What did Tobias Harris do? 7 points. Let's compare. PJ Tucker, our small forward, had 7 to their 27. PJ Tucker, power forward, 9 points to Horford, 17. Marcus Smart outscored Maxey. Jaylen Brown outscored James Harden. Like, Brogdon outscores Melton off the bench. It's like, yo, they just got there. I mean, Boston's deep. Like, that's the thing. Like, they have a pretty deep team.
Yeah. But I mean, you only play 8 guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they're deep, but like they just have 8 basketball players that know how to play.
Yeah. And play consistently. And the Sixers don't. Our stars didn't show up, man. James Harden, 3 of 14. 2 of 7 from 3. Maxey, 3 of 9. Maxey was 4 of 16 from the field. He might have got blocked 6 times. He just kept driving at dudes. It's like, what are you doing out there, bro?
No, hold up. Now the first 5 minutes of the game, I disagree with that, Chris. So the first 5 minutes of the game wasn't the difference because you like that's going to happen. Like you can't do anything about a team just making all their shots. Like they were just hot for that particular moment. There were several stretches down the like later in the game where, you know, you got guys like especially Harden, who he was killing so many of our runs, you know, just making bad decisions, dumb turnovers, missing wide open shots, or taking threes early in the shot clock. I think it was a back-to-back play series where he took a shot early in the shot clock, and I think Niang did the very next one. And like that was the reason we lost. Just very boneheaded decisions during crucial moments.
Yeah.
Like anybody can go
Winning
down
it.
14-4 and come back and win. I mean, especially the Sixers. The Sixers have done it all the time where like early in the game they kind of start out and the other team's like on fire, and then like we outplay the rest of the game.
Yeah. And we were winning at the
And we're winning at the end of the first quarter.
at the end of the first quarter. Yeah. So we I thought a turning point. I mean, this isn't why we lost, but I thought a big turning point for me was Sixers. We were down like 12. We cut it to 2. We're coming down, and Embiid's hot at this point. I think Embiid might have had like the last 6 points.
Mhm.
And he's at the top of the key in transition, wide open, calling for the ball from Harden. And Harden looks him off. He's like, nah, I want this. And like, I think Harden was like wanted the shot because he's trying to get going. Yeah, it's 4:59 left in the third. Embiid's calling for that joint. Wide open. Harden looks him off. Step back, Trey, brick. They come down, miss a shot, get an offensive rebound. Horford 3, bang, they go up 5. Harden comes back down, step back mid-range, brick. Then Jaylen Brown goes all the way down and 1 on James.
On him.
On James Harden, and boom, it went from a 2-point game
to an 8-point game
in 2 possessions because of James Harden. Like, dude, you've been cold all game. Joel Embiid just hit 3 jump shots in a row. Joel Embiid, 2-foot shot. Joel Embiid, 19-foot jump shot. Then PJ Tucker hits a 3. Yo, Wells Fargo was buzzing, yo. Buzzing. We just came down from 12. Now it's 2-point game. We got the rock, and Embiid wants that thing at the top of the key. Harden breaks a 3, and boom. Next thing you know, 80-72. And that's the game right there. It never got close again. It never got that close again. I'm literally looking.
Yeah.
It never got close again after that. After that, it was over.
Yeah, I think he's in his head too, because I think after that 45-point game and then that bad game in game 2, I think that he started this game was like, oh yeah, you know, I was real aggressive, but I don't want to be unaggressive now. Now I gotta kind of be aggressive. Like it's just like, dude, just play basketball. It's like you don't gotta freaking write down like a freaking a rough draft of how you're going to play basketball before you play the game. Just play basketball.
Yeah.
It's like you don't gotta. It's like, do you really have to think that hard to play?
And it's like, dude, you're 33. You've been in this league for too long, bro.
For 14 years.
You've been in this league for too long. You've been here before. What is the problem? Like, what's the issue with this guy?
Like, just play.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't understand why him and why he can't be aggressive with Embiid on the floor. This joint hurt, man.
Yo, not only is he not aggressive, but first of all, one thing I don't understand is why can't anyone make shots when Embiid's on the court? Like, why? Like, does he have like his hands like super sweaty? So like when he passes the ball, the guys like don't catch it right and can't release the like what? I don't understand what's going on. Like he's in transition, hitting guys for wide open shots in transition, clang, air ball, whatever. But it's like Harden can just be like there was times where even a couple of those plays where Harden got to the basket, had an open layup or mid or floater or whatever, and passed out of it to a teammate, and they made the shots. So like it was a dumb decision or a bad like passive play by Harden that end up, having a positive outcome.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's like, why are they making those shots? But like they can't make shots. Like Embiid got 3 assists. And he got 3 assists, but he probably gave the ball to his teammates, and they were probably 3 of 12 for open shots.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that. It's like I don't get it, man.
This team, man.
It's almost like we're watching like a 2K team where it's like you gotta have certain badges to do certain things. Like he has to have he doesn't have a dimer badge, so like when he passes the ball, his teammates don't score.
Yeah.
It gets really weird.
It's every year, man. It's the same thing. Same thing. And seeing Boston fans like after game 1, like a lot of them was just like, yeah, Philly's not a threat. We're straight. Like, that's kind of disrespectful, yo.
I mean, why wouldn't they believe it? Bro, the Boston were they were 2.5 point favorites going into the game.
Yeah.
You got an MVP ceremony going on. Philly's at home. They're one of the best home teams in the league over the last five years. And they're underdogs still. Embiid's playing. And we're still underdogs. That's why I predict the Celtics to win. Like I know that and it's hard to predict that, rooting for this team, but it's like I'm not gonna be tricked again.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm just not I'm not gonna be tricked again. Like
I'm done. I'm so glad. So glad I didn't go to this game tonight. I'm so man. Yo, if I would have went, speaking of that, I'm about to list my tickets right now. I'm so glad that I made up my mind last year after witnessing another elimination, a piss poor performance in game 6 against the Heat. We were at game 7 against the Hawks. I'm done with this team, bro. I'm done. Like I'm not. I can't believe in this team. Like I personally don't think they'll win another game in this series. Even if they won game 4, the series is over to me. The only way that the Sixers can win this series is by winning in 7 games. And they're not. James Harden is not going into Boston in game 7 and
making shots. Like
there's no way. None of these cats.
Niang is not gonna be any better than 1 or 4. Well, why do you play? He played 19 minutes, man.
Unbelievable. Doc, we gave him his flowers. We gave him credit, but the fact that Danuel House hasn't been able to touch the floor in this series when we're getting torched defensively, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Niang is getting smoked when he's out there. He's getting smoked. He's obviously his offense isn't that valuable if he hasn't been scoring. So why not just get the defense out there? Why not get the athletic guys out there? You want us to run more? Why not get guys out there that can run, like House? Where's Springer? Get Springer out there. Brogdon's giving you buckets every freaking minute off the bench. You don't have any guards. You don't have any guards that play defense outside of Melton. They got White, Brogdon, Jaylen Brown. Who else am I missing? I'm missing another. Marcus Smart. They got 4 guards.
And they're all big guards, too.
And they're all big guards. Big athletic guards. And guess who we got out there? Little behind Tyrese Maxey and James Harden, who can't move. That's who we got out there.
I know people probably irritated with us bringing up Springer, but it's like he's shown that he can guard guards.
Yeah.
Like that's if he hasn't shown anything else, he's shown that he can stand in front of guards and they can't get past him. Like he's strong enough to hold his ground without fouling, and he's quick enough and agile enough to stay in front of him.
Yeah.
He stayed in front of Trae Young. He stayed in front of Jamal Murray. He stayed in front of Brogdon last night.
Yep.
That's the only. If you have any tape of anything that James Springer can do, is he can stay in front of guards.
Yeah.
And play defense. And we got Niang getting his ankles broken. Oh,
Marcus Smart.
Did you see in the fourth quarter? It's like beginning of the fourth quarter where he almost got his ankles broken again because he was confused on how to guard the zone. Like he wasn't even like guarding anybody. It's like he ran out of the corner to leave his man, and the guy did a fake pass, and he like tried to turn around and go back and almost fell again.
Yeah.
Like that's the guy we got dude, like, and you know his stomach is jiggling while he's running.
Him
Like,
and
that's the kind of guys we got out there.
we just got a bunch of fat dudes, like fat dudes, just like you're not even in the gym, bro.
Is Shake Milton hurt?
I don't know how he hasn't played. I don't know how
he can't. You want to try?
And this is Doc's issue, man. It goes back to what we talked about. Are you going to make adjustments? I will say, though, he did make the early adjustment with Tucker and Melton. But Doc's issue is he doesn't play guys enough to be able to trust them in the postseason. Danuel House started the season rocky, but that's because James Harden's foot was injured or foot was messed up, and he was out for a month and some change. And House never got a chance to be back in the rotation until the end of the season. He actually looked. It was like, all right, like he might be somebody we could trust in the postseason at the end of the year. And Jaden Springer hasn't played all season. This is the problem when you don't play guys in the regular season. You don't know what you have. We don't have the luxury of saying, yo, this is our 8, win, lose, or draw. This is our 8, like Boston. We don't have that luxury.
Nope.
You can't pull up in a series and say, Niang's my guy regardless. No, you can't do that. Like, that can't be your mindset, bro. Like, you want to do that with Niang, but you don't want to give the young bucks like Isaiah Joe a chance? George Niang's role has been solidified for 2.5 years. And for 2 years, and for 2 years, he's gotten cooked by every good team we played. But Isaiah Joe can never get a chance, an extended look. Paul Reed can never get an extended look until the past 20 games. He's been on the team for 3 years. And every year, we said this months ago. We said, yo, watch Jaden Springer not getting any minutes. And I'm not like, we're not saying that, oh, if Jaden Springer is the missing piece. Like, oh, if Jaden Springer was playing, we win the series. Not saying that. But because you haven't played other guys, there's limited options. You have limited options.
What makes matters worse, Caleb, is that like we've had like 2 COVID seasons. So we had 2 years of like basically every team, like everyone's going to miss games. Like no matter what, every team for like 2 seasons, everyone missed games because they had COVID, had protocols. Even if they didn't even have COVID, if a brother or sister or mom had COVID, they had to sit. And guys were missing weeks at a time. So he had plenty of time to put Isaiah Joe in. He had plenty of time to put Charles Bassey in, plenty of time to put Springer in. Like there was games where like we would come to the game and like our whole starting lineup had COVID. So like we had a bench start. You only have 15 guys on your team. So if you're starting 5, they all have COVID. I think one game, we almost had remember that time we almost had a forfeit? No, we should have been able to get our game rescheduled, but they made us play like the Nuggets or something like that with 7 guys. But then like Miami or something played like 2 days later, or Celtics played 2 games later, and they let them reschedule the game. Yeah. And I remember that game we had to play with 7 guys, and like our guys still didn't get a chance to develop.
Literally. And it's like Isaiah, comparing him to Daniel House. It's like we paid House $3-4 million when we had Isaiah Joe making like a mil or $800K.
No. I was going to just say Shake Milton has been almost like our 6th man until Melton came, and he misses like 25 games a year. You couldn't find any time in those 25 years to say, all right, well, our 6th man is hurt. Let's have another guard for those 25 games and see what they can do.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, but it's unbelievable. We're crazy. We don't know what we're talking about.
We got 1st-round picks scoring 30 a game in the G League, and they can't even scratch the surface on our team when we don't have guards, and we don't have guards that play defense besides Melton. Imagine if we could have another Melton.
We got we got the best G League team in like the history of
Yeah, we win a champion. Our G
in the
League.
G League, like the history of that league, and like it's like it's every year too. It's not even like just because we won a championship this year. It's like our team is always competing. Bro, Elliot Williams was like the G League MVP. So we've always had guys. Robert Covington, we've always had guys that like knew how to play basketball. You see Robert Covington, Elliot Williams couldn't play, but Robert Covington can play. Paul Reed can play. So it's like there's a correlation between guys being G League MVPs and knowing like how to play basketball, that comes from our farm system. And it's like we just don't want to. He just doesn't want to develop.
I want to develop these guys, man.
And then he has to ride the George Niang hill, and you already know Kyle Newbeck and freaking Ruben Frank, and maybe not Ruben Frank. He might just be the Eagles, but basically like those type of guys. Austin Krell is going to ask them questions after the game, like, yeah, man, you played Niang 19 minutes, like he's clearly not fit to be out there that long. Like, what happened? He's going to come up with some bull crap excuse.
Yeah.
Or you guys don't know what you're talking about. I know basketball. You guys don't. You guys aren't out there. Like you're gonna say some crap like that.
Yeah. Nonsense. And it's like this one just sucks, man. For a second, I thought we were gonna do it. For a second, they had me game one. After Harden hit that 3, I was like, "Is this really gonna happen?" Like, man, it really might be our year. And then seeing them be crying with Archer receiving that MVP award, I was like, there's no way we're losing this game. First play of the game, he comes out, boom, knock down Jay from the elbow. I'm like, yeah, he's back.
Yeah. I knew he was going to show up.
Yeah.
Offensively, defensively, allegedly, whatever. I knew he was showing up, man. I had no doubt that MV was going to play. And he did. 30, 13. 4 blocks of steal, like, but with one leg.
One freaking leg.
With one leg. But that's gonna be another knock on his legacy. They're gonna bring back, bro. I see people on Twitter talking about, oh man, he's only averaging 18 points a game. It's like, okay, man.
That's with no context.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna ignore the fact that Brooklyn double and triple teamed him every possession, and he was only taking like 10 shots a game. Literally. We're gonna ignore the fact that he has a grade 2 LCL sprain. We're gonna just ignore all that.
Yeah, that he played on in game 3, and then
we're gonna ignore the fact that teams up until like game 2, like teams like the opponents were barely scoring 100 points. Like we won't, so when he was playing stellar defense, like his defensive rating on the court, like was like absolutely ridiculous. But that's just kind of where we live in, man.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's looking like it might be a wrap.
Yeah, I'm done, man. I can't even. This hurts. I'm not gonna lie. This one hurt.
Mm-hmm.
This stings, man. This stings. This is up there with like heartbreaking losses for me.
Everything's in place for us to win.
Everything, man.
But we just we trip ourselves. I don't know who the other person. I see 2 watching. I don't know who's still in here, but
yeah,
I don't know if Rocco's still in here, but definitely gotta make that Mikal Bridges video for him.
Yeah,
because that'll be one of the all-season videos.
Yeah, but all right, man. I guess we'll be back Sunday, maybe. I don't know.
I hope so.
I don't. I really don't even. What time they play on Sunday? 3:30.
3:30. Yeah, I'll be at Caruso's house, so yeah, we probably just do it because he'll be on it too because we'll be in the same place.
Yeah. All right.
I think Matt's gonna be there too.
Bet. All right, y'all.
Have a good night.
Like,
comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. All right,
Let us
man.
know if you still believe in the Sixers or not.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's rough.
I'm done.
All right, catch y'all later.